who you are. I will worship you for who you are. I will worship you for who you are, Jesus.
Well, hey, Fusion community, I know that as you're seeing me on your screen right now, the very first thing you're thinking is, man, Feder really needs a haircut, just like so many of you do. So yeah, I can't wait for that day to get here. Wanted to share this quick video to kind of update you on some things to expect in the weeks ahead. And to start with, the response to the drive-in worship gatherings on Sunday was just awesome. For those of us that got to be there, we had a total of 62 families participate, 62 cars. And the folks that were there doing greeting and parking did a phenomenal job. The tech team that was there extra early and the worship team setting up, getting things ready to be able to present to you. Just so proud of those folks. So grateful for them being willing to serve us in this way. And it was really a memorable day. In fact, we had one person in our church that's been a long-term part of our church that has not been able to come to weekly gatherings in the building because she has a severe respiratory battle that she's been going through for the last couple of years. So has only been able to join us in the building a couple of times in the last couple of years, and it just breaks her heart. So the live stream's really been her only option. She was able to come, sit in her car with her husband, and just enjoy the worship gathering again. And that was just such a blessing as a pastor to say, you know what? These are unprecedented times, they're difficult times, but there are doors of opportunities that God is opening if we're willing to see them and celebrate them. So I just celebrate that with her and her husband to get to do that. It was pretty awesome. Just continued to sit with me throughout the course of this week. And I want to say thank you to those that were there, that you honored the boundaries that I set as the pastor of our church. And I just appreciate that. That was a true demonstration of love to me, and I want to say thank you for that. And now that we've kind of done one and we've gotten it under our feet, we get to share that we want to offer it every single weekend, drive-in worship, right there in our parking lot. You know, we're blessed to be a fairly large church, and so this gives us a fairly large parking lot that we can utilize to gather on Sundays as long as more snow doesn't come. But there's a problem, there's a dilemma with that. What if it rains because we're meeting outside? Well, this Sunday they're calling for rain, for it to be pretty steady on Sunday, which would mean it would be a little bit risky to try to have an outdoor service on Sunday morning. And so we've kind of made a decision just in the last 24 hours, you know what? If our priority is to get to gather together, and we know that we don't have to gather on Sundays. That's the day of resurrection, and there's a great symbolism there, but it doesn't have to be that day of the week. We're going to bump it back. Saturday is going to be 68 degrees and sunny, so we're actually going to move our live in-person worship gatherings in the drive-in experience in our parking lot to Saturday evening at 5 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. We're going to video record them, and then we'll push them out through our live stream just like normal Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. So when it's raining outside, you can turn on your TV or your screen, and you can be reminded that on Saturday it was sunny and warm and beautiful. So this Saturday, 5 p.m., 6:30 p.m., 2 identical live in-person worship gatherings in the parking lot. We're going to kind of hold to the same boundaries we had before. Just stay in your car. You're going to be spaced out in the parking lot with the lines that we have set up there, with some people parking you. And I want to encourage you, this is a great opportunity to invite people to join you in their car that otherwise maybe they're kind of freaked out by coming through the building and talking to people they don't know. They can come, they can participate from their car, keep their windows up. That there can be a kind of a safe element of people that maybe you've invited for a very long time that might come for the first time to a live worship experience because of the comfort of staying in their own vehicle. So just consider that. Maybe God would lay someone on your heart that you could invite to share with them about the drive-in experience that's happening. The Tacoma Island online experience will be available early for you to download through Vimeo.com. The Vimeo app, we'll walk you through that too through email once again. There is one thing we're going to change for this week after hearing from many of you. With the distance you live from the church, not having available bathrooms could be problematic. So we are going to open up the building and make the bathrooms available. Now that we kind of have a feel how this went, and because you as a congregation honored the boundaries that I set, we want to kind of open the doors for the restrooms. But there are going to be a couple of stipulations with that. As I mentioned, we've got people in our church that already have respiratory battles that they're going through. We have people that have recently went through surgical procedures, some of them heart-related. We also have some folks that are older that would represent a higher risk factor to COVID. And the very fact that you can be a carrier of this and not show symptoms is all the more reason in my mind as a leader that I think it's wise to wear masks if you're going to use the bathroom. That's it. You don't have to wear them in the car, of course, but if you're going to get out of the car and go in the building to use the restroom, please, we're gonna ask you to do that wearing a mask, just to protect anybody else that might be coming in or out of the building at the same time that you are. And we are going to limit how many people are in the building at the time. Just a couple of people at the time in the bathrooms. The good thing is there's no door handles to hold on to or open. You can walk in, use the restroom, come right back out, and make your way back to your vehicle. I do want to encourage you to be very cautious walking throughout the lot because it is a parking area where cars could be moving. So we want to be very, very aware of that. And we'll have our parking teams out there and stationed as well. But just an awesome opportunity to continue to worship together, to continue to gather together, to experience the sweet presence of God in the context of community, to do it from the safety of a vehicle, and even in a way that's incredibly memorable and fun. A number of people remarked the quality of sound. I mean, we kind of have an amphitheater right there in our parking lot with that kind of mountain behind us, and the sound just kind of sits there, and it was just beautiful and sweet and fun. So we want to offer that every single weekend, and we're going to give priority to try to do it on Sunday mornings as the weather cooperates. But if there's the possibility to shift to Saturday and get that drive-in experience during a time in the weather where it's possible, then we will do that in the weeks ahead. So think about Sunday morning, 9 and 11 a.m., just like our normal schedule. But this Sunday, we're going to do it on Saturday at 5 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Can't wait to see you there. Hope you can join us.